I'd like to start by asking a couple questions about the decision-making process within the school. I know that some parishes usually have a great relationship with their superintendents, and some of them even leave the decision-making up to the principal. How does this run within your parish?
So in our school, we usually leave the decision making up to the superintendents. They kind of deal with the school-wide community events, while our principals usually deal with the day-to-day academic stuff. That's kind of how it runs here at Lafayette Elementary.
Now, how do you handle the parent-teacher organization within your school, and how do you feel about it?
So our students and our parent teachers usually have a really good usually have a very good connection, and that's kind of something we pride our school on, is the relationship between our parent teachers and our students.
That's good to hear. On the discipline side, are there many write-ups, many write-up problems that occur, or do teachers usually typically handle them within the classroom?
So usually, I mean, here at Lafayette Elementary, we're not perfect. Our school's very average. We have the average problems with our disciplinary actions, but we usually let our teachers kind of handle the disciplinary actions. They're very good, they're well trained, and they're usually really well adept in handling all situations. If they have an extraordinary situation, that's usually when they come to the board members and stuff like that.
Nice. Now, where do you see your school in the future?
So in the near future, we see kind of we have a grand plan about expanding our school with buildings and new facilities and stuff like that. It's also important that we try to integrate technology into our school. That's one of the main focuses of our here at Lafayette Elementary. We know with the coming of the age, it's important that we try to change with the age and integrate technology. And integrating technology is part of doing that.
Now, do you have any concerns with the community within the school?
Obviously, with integrating technology comes the problems of cybersecurity and privacy and keeping our students safe. So keeping our students safe is obviously our number one goal, and keeping the safety of others, as well as trying to provide some community service back to our community. That's important here at Lafayette Elementary.
Well, that's good, yeah. I understand that safety for students so young is definitely a school's number one priority, and I hope that the Leader Me program can help implement some other changes within that program that y'all have.
Absolutely.
Now, do y'all have any rules and demands pertaining to students within the school hours?
We actually have a very strict dress code. That's important that our students kind of adhere to the dress code. We do have a couple of write-ups dealing with that, but we feel that implementing a dress code kind of gets our students ready for the business world when they grow up.
Yeah. Do you typically find any problems with the strict dress code because they are so young, or do they typically adapt to them?
Usually they adapt to them, just like any school. We do have a couple of problems, but, I think they're willing and ready to kind of adapt to wearing, a dress code, and it's only helping them. It's only going to benefit them in the long run. So.
Yeah. Now, do you feel that there would be any problems with the changes that may come in the future with the Leader in Me program, as we are not here to step on any toes, but here to help you and your school in the future?
Obviously, with any new program that comes into our school, there's going to be changes and there's going to be some issues, but I think that our faculty and the staff and everyone that we have around us is well enough prepared and adept to handle these issues as they come up and tackle them as they come. And so I think that the Leader Me program is going to make a great fit for us here at Lafayette Elementary.
Well, I do appreciate you hearing that, you saying that. Now, with the current pandemic, do you have any specific protocols for your students?
So we usually adhere to all the government and their procedures with wearing masks and washing hands, and we're trying to maintain as best social distance as we can. We don't have any extraordinary measures. We just try to follow the measures that are put in place by our government to keep our children safe.
Yeah.
And still allow them to learn.
Yeah, like I said before, safety is definitely number one priority for the students here at Lafayette Elementary.
Absolutely.
Now, with all the information that I've currently gathered, I will try to and will hopefully get to a plan that will suit you and your school's needs.
Great.
Now, with all that being said, we can go over just a brief overview of the Leader Me program.
Let's do it. Can't
Sounds
wait to.
good, man.
Let's do it.